welcome to C3. It's Tuesday, and yes, we're recording on a Tuesday. Weren't able to do it yesterday, and we have a little different of a setup here. We're standing and not sitting. Had to lose our table for a little bit, so just bear with us. And we got a lot to talk about. Toyhio was good.
Toyhio was very nice. Nice expanded space.
Yep. The next one's in February 8th, at the same place, at the Metroplex in Girard, Ohio. The Wizard View, from what Josh said, went really well.
And the pictures Josh posted were pretty nice.
Yeah, he said there was about 4,000 people.
Wow.
Yeah.
Good turnout.
So, yeah, both went really well.
Pop Luck was Sunday.
Pop Luck was on Sunday. We had a good turnout. Everybody brought a pop to represent them, and it was cool to see. All the different pop characters that everybody brought out of box.
We had better weather this year.
Yes, it wasn't sweltering.
It was not as hot, which
not sweltering, which years past has been brutal.
Yes, this year would be much better.
And it didn't rain. That's all we can ask for.
Nope, that's it.
Did not rain. Let's see. We are now heading towards the end of June.
Yes.
July, big month again. Wizard World in Pittsburgh. I think it's like July 24th, 25th, 26th, something like that.
That last weekend in
yeah.
July.
And then Funko announced the San Diego Comic-Con exclusives.
Yes.
All last week.
Still think we're missing some.
That's the word on the street. Well, we're still a month away.
Yeah, so I think they're hanging.
They could throw a few out there.
I think they're holding back a little bit.
Definitely, definitely. They're definitely throwing. I mean, a lot of good stuff though.
We're real close to Fun Days now.
Yes, Fun Days is right around the corner.
And then Wizard World will be the week after we get back.
Yeah, yep.
2 weeks after that, still CityCon.
Yeah, still. Summer doesn't end. Still got a lot going on for all of you who like to go to the cons. And
it is con season.
Yep, it's that time of year. And, we'll have a lot of great pops there. We're going to talk even about the high-end pops that we bring that are not considered commons, that are not typically found in the cave or in the hallway where the commons are. And do you want to talk about these?
Sure, we can talk about the Cave of Wonder stuff, because it's basically what we're doing. So we pulled out Winnie the Pooh, which is the original vaulted Winnie the Pooh.
Yep.
The alternate Ben Roethlisberger from the Bumblebee jersey, which are both really cool pieces.
Bumblebee tuna.
I'm starting to call you Tuna from now on. And an interesting one, the White Walker Conan, and this is one of the ones every year for Conan's show now. He does versions of himself. And this is one of the more unique ones. He did the White Walker.
Yeah. So for all of you who have been to the cave and maybe have not come into the office room, here in the office, we have a huge display. It's behind us. It's around the wall here. It's where we hold the specialty series, the Entertainment Earth and PX exclusives, and then, of course, the Cave of it's called the Cave of Wonders, which also has all of the vaulted con-exclusive pops here. They're all priced, so it's not your typical $11.99 for a pop. The discount cards do not go towards any of them, so it's non-discountable. But in this room is where you'll find all of the hard-to-find pops. We have 10-inch pops. We have Dorbs, vinyls, 3-packs, a lot of vaulted, hard to find, and we're constantly restocking, so make sure if you are looking for something in particular, definitely follow us on Facebook and Instagram. We always post pictures whenever we restock the room. We try to do it at least once a week, so we try to keep it fresh.
It's a good way to find that pop if you're trying to finish a set or keep something together.
And we take everything to cons that is usually in this room too. So if you happen to stop by the cave over the weekend while we were in Toyhio, you will have noticed that on Saturday the room was quite empty, and that's just because we took most of the inventory in here. But it was back up for Sunday. So also remember that if we're at a con, and you make a trip out here, the Cave of Wonders is going to look a little scarce just because we have everything at the con that we're at that weekend.
But it's another excuse to go to the con.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, it's a reason to go to the con.
Besides seeing all the friendly personalities.
Oh, friendly. Ah. So yeah, so that's in the office room. In case there's, any question if you're allowed to come in the room, absolutely. It's a retail store, so yes, you are allowed in here. You're allowed to look at what's in here. You're allowed to open up the glass cases and take things out to look at them. Absolutely. But again, your discount cards do not go towards any purchases from this room. But if you are lucky enough and buy a mystery box and there's a golden ticket in it, that can be used in this room. It's up to $300 in value, so you can pick anything in this room up to $300, and
but signatures,
it's yours.
Signatures for the Cave of Wonders are different.
Yes.
It does pertain to
yes, the signatures are different, not discounts. So, okay, so you have Ben. Ben, as of right now, is 45. So because he has a 4, you get 4 signatures, which is different than the cave purchases because you just get 1 signature. So whatever that first number is, that's how many signatures you get. If it's $180, you get 18 signatures. So that's only good though for the Cave of Wonders, and it's always that first number. It doesn't matter what's behind it. If it's $15, then you only get 1 signature. If it's $20, then you get 2. And of course, those signatures help you go to the next level of card, or it gives you more opportunity to put cards in that box at the register to be pulled for the end of month gift certificate, which is another perk that we offer.
And guys, from a collector standpoint, as you think about this stuff, there's lots of ways to buy vaulted and pops that are out of circulation. When you buy off eBay or Amazon, you're taking your chances on the shipping.
Yep.
The nice thing about coming out and buying them here is you see them.
You can touch them. Yep. You're walking out with what you see. You're not seeing a picture and then having to wait 5 days and then getting a pop that you're like, that's not what I ordered.
Or the box is all crushed. Yep. So it literally is, it's the best situation. It also gives you a chance to look at stuff that maybe you didn't know was out there.
Absolutely.
There's so many different variations on pops now.
Absolutely. So, yeah, that's the Cave of Wonders. If you had any, thoughts or questions about it, that sums it about up. 2 pops that are in this room that we'll just jump right into is the brand new PX exclusive Harley Quinn. She's kind of like a rock star with her boom box.
Calling her rock and roll Harley.
She's really pretty. See the back. She has earrings. Not to be confused with the one that came from Hot Topic that has like the buzz cut mohawk going. This one's a little bit less grunge, but still a very pretty Harley.
It's more 80s rock Harley.
Yeah. Oh, sheesh. More 80s rock Harley, absolutely. The box is really pretty. It says Mad Love on the back. If you're a Harley fan, you know what that is. And even on the boombox, it's hard to tell from the video, but there is a little Batman sticker, like the old school Batman sticker, that has a red X over it. So that's really cool. Just like, again, we've talked about all the little details Funko has been doing now. She has a chain going from her pistol to her belt loop. Just something really cool. And again, that's in the Cave of Wonders. It's a PX exclusive. So it's on the top shelf in here.
And as we talk about that one, Jen, this is a good question for you since you're the resident expert on all things Harley. Is this the first one they've done of her in a pose? Since you own them all.
Well, she's in a pose for Suicide Squad. In the Suicide Squad gown. The gold and black checkered gown. She has her hand on her hip. So she's kind of posing in that one.
But it's not like the full, this is actually like the full body action pose. Like if we look, like the foot's up on the boombox,
Well, the footing, yes. Because even in that Hot Topic, the Mohawk one,
she's just vertical, right?
She's vertical. Her hands are on her hips also, but no, she's vertical. So yeah, this is like a
more of a complete mass over.
Yeah, yeah.
So that's pretty cool.
A different mold, so to speak.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, it goes into the new variations of how much further Funko's getting with their designs
Absolutely.
and their sculpting. That this is a more realistic looking piece instead of the standard.
Yeah, because I'm going through like thinking about where I have them at. They're all, yeah, for them. As far as I can think of, the ones, because I actually have all the Harleys. Both feet are on the ground.
So see, it's
both
a little
feet
bit
are on the
different for
ground.
that Harley.
Yeah, I like it.
It's very cool. It's out of all the Harleys, it's my favorite Harley.
Yeah, I like it a lot.
And the second thing that came in is, again, this is, as we talk about anniversaries this year repeatedly, this is the 40th anniversary for Alien.
I've never seen the movie.
Oh, here we go again.
I know, I'm sorry, but this is a really cool pop. Blue metallic is amazing.
This is probably my favorite Xenomorph pop. As far as the blue metallic, the crystal clear on the head, so you can see the skull plate. I mean, the detail work, the tail, the way the tail wraps around up to the front, it's such an impressive piece. And they did such a good job with the paint job and the look on it. And again, I want to keep the box out because I love that the silver 40th anniversary Alien sticker, which is also on the plain Xenomorph and the Ripley when they had come out.
Yep.
Which all covered the 40th anniversary.
We still have a few Ripleys.
Which, again, if you're a fan of that original film, and on the back, it's really cool design.
Well, if you come pick up this one and you want to have the whole set, we have there's a few Ripleys left.
Well, here's a neat tidbit about this. Now, we see this like this in the movie. Do you know how much time this particular Xenomorph spent on the screen in Alien?
I couldn't tell you because I didn't see it.
4 minutes.
Oh,
total.
Here's the thing though. Film though, that's long. That's a long time.
Well, but see, the whole point when they made this was they actually didn't want you to see. They wanted more of the imagination.
Oh.
So literally, I mean, 4 minutes in the whole film.
Well, just makes it more valuable then.
So, but this is really cool. So those of you that are horror collectors out there,
is it considered a horror movie?
Yes, that is the only one. After that, they've kind of started to consider them as action films because Aliens was next, which had the Colonial Marines.
Oh.
This is more of a straight horror film.
Oh, I never knew that. One more reason I probably won't see it then.
You need to see it. We have to add this to Jaws now.
Alright, moving on. So, we didn't get a lot of this one in, but if you are what would you say, 70s, 60s?
Late 70s, I think. I mean, it wasn't my thing. I didn't do, like, the puppets thing was...
Thunderbird. If you remember, there was an old TV show. They were puppets. Now, this was, of course, pre-animatronic, pre-Pixar. They were actual, like, Jim Henson puppets. And the show was called Thunderbirds.
They were pre-Henson because these actually had strings. They were marionettes.
Oh, they were marionettes.
They were the marionettes. They were where Henson at least was the actual puppets with the rods and...
Yep. So this is Brains. There's 2 more coming, but this is the first one. We have 6 of these here right now. We just got them in yesterday. So if you collected the I Love Lucy's, the Cheers, Sanford and Son, that's part of the Jeffersons. That's all like in that same genre, that era. So I never saw the show. I've seen clips of the show, but finally I can say I'm too young to know what this is.
She's pretending. Really, she just doesn't want to admit that she was a fan.
Shut up, Ed! So we have Thunderbirds. Another one, which is kind of cute, is the Loot Llama, or alpaca, as some people have called it.
I'm going to call it an alpaca. It looks like an alpaca.
So this is the regular size one. We are getting the 10-inch one. It should be here within, I would say, hopefully the middle of July. But this is the regular size pop to go with your Fortnite. Again, just so you can see this, the 10 inch is the exact same. It's just obviously going to be bigger. But again, just the detail, the color change on the, because it's a piñata, so like on the paper flaps on him and everything. He's cute. One of the newer Fortnite ones that we've gotten in.
Then we have all the Ricky and Mortys. And again, I've watched some Ricky and Morty, not all of it. So I'm not as familiar as some people are with Ricky and Morty. But again, these are pretty cool. I mean,
the detail on them, just like the different colored eyes on this one glows in the dark. And he has a texture to him. If you take him out of the box, he has a texture. But this one glows in the dark. So if you're a Rick and Morty fan, these are the newest ones that we've gotten in. Dr. Xenon Bloom. We have Resistance Golden Fold. I'm assuming these are all just from maybe one episode. This is Purge Rick. And then this one is Burseeker Squanchy. I kind of like this one. This one reminds me of like one of those ninja, like the old Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle like bad guys.
Yeah, I can see
like
that.
You would see this as one of their.
Now the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles theme is playing in the back of my mind now.
You're welcome. It's like Toka Razar.
Then we have the first of the live action Lion King pups. Right?
No, we have Pumbaa and we have Rafiki.
Okay.
All we're missing is Simba. So we've gotten Scar and Timon in.
So that's the Scar.
I don't know how I feel about them. I think it's the eyes.
The eyes are different. They're definitely different.
The eyes kind of throw me off. Timon's adorable, though.
Well, he looks innocent. Which, I mean, you're just impressed because that means you could just ruin his life.
He's adorable, though. I mean, I guess just because I grew up with the cartoon, like it's very special to me. So, to me, these are, like, they have to be perfect.
And they're never going to be. They'll never be the animated film. It's the same thing that the Aladdin people faced.
So, for anybody wondering, it was brought to my attention that Funko does different types of eyes on their pops. They do painted and then they do matte, I think it's called. Timon's is not painted. So that his eyes, they're extremely glossy. It's not paint. It's a separate piece from the pop. So I think that holds a little bit extra. If you look at anybody who got the Toothless, the new Toothless from How to Train Your Dragon, his eyes are green. You can tell that green's been painted. You can actually see paint mark. Like some of them may have streaks or paint marks. Timon, his eyes are separate. They were not painted on. They are an actual piece of the pop.
I know you're kind of indifferent because of your fear for the movie but if you look at the mold for this Scar.
Oh no, I love it. It reminds me of if you were a Lion King fan like I was, they had toys. And I don't remember who made the toys back then. Mattel, Toy Biz, somebody, Hasbro, I don't know, but they had the figures were like this. So I like that because it's more of he's not sitting like the original Scar. Like if you look at the old school Scar, he's sitting.
I love the notch in the ear, like the ear
bite,
injury.
yeah.
Like it clearly, like you can establish what it is. It gives a bit of character to the piece. It's a very enjoyable piece.
Well, you can see his ribs. You know, he has that. You know, he's seen some things. Scar has seen some things. So, I mean, I'll probably be more all for it when I see the movie.
And the paint job on Scar is stupendous. It's incredible.
It is. The mouth, everything. I mean, I don't hate it. It's just not what you're used to seeing.
Which, by the way, we've covered a lot of this, but we saw Toy Story 4 last Thursday.
What? Cried.
So anyone that's a Toy Story fan, and you're thinking about doing Pops, this, I mean, for all intents and purposes, was the last Toy Story film. Which, yes, Jen cried through the whole movie. The whole movie.
I did.
I don't know how she remembers what she saw. Wiping the tears away.
It was intense.
But those Toy Story Pops are so incredible, and each one is so indicative of a scene of some form of fashion in the movie. It's really, in itself, even if you're not a huge Disney person or a huge fan of anything in particular, but once you see that movie, it just makes you want to own those Pops, to have that connection to all those characters, because they all had something. Bo Peep.
Well, when we talked about them, we hadn't seen the movie yet.
Yep, no idea.
So we weren't sure why certain characters had certain things on them, like, you know, and I'm not going to give anything away, but now, after seeing the movie, we did get the Pops first. We did talk about the Pops first, but now seeing the movie, all the Pops make more sense as to why they look the way they do.
But it's just, I mean, so, and I know there's a lot of them still out there.
There are, yep.
So, I mean...
Yep, we still have them.
It's a good chance, guys, to do that. I mean, because I'll tell you what, kids are going to go see this, and they're going to love these characters.
Absolutely.
I mean, it's really a good set to collect just for yourself once you've seen the movie, because you'll have an attachment to it. There will be something in each of these Pops that'll draw you back to it.
I agree.
Jen looks like she's going to cry again because we're talking about Toy Story.
It was very emotional. So, last but not least, you know, one thing that we have such a hard time keeping in stock are stacks. These are the Entertainment Earth version of stacks. And I will tell you, I might like these a little bit more because they don't say Pop on top of them. And honestly, the lids... Here, let me grab one that's opened.
To me, they feel like a much more solid
The
stack.
lids, are harder to take off. So, like, once they're on, they're not coming off unless you force them off. Whereas sometimes I feel like with the stacks,
they just kind of fall off.
They just kind of...
I've had that. I've picked up a Pop off a shelf.
Yeah.
And this stack is actually still, the bottom of the stack is still sitting there.
They're very substantial. They're actually a little heavier than the Funko ones. Just so you can see, a Pop fits in them. It doesn't have any of the markings or anything. It's literally just a clear plastic box. But it is from Entertainment Earth, so it does not have the Funko symbol or anything on them. But if you've been looking for Pop protectors, we do have some of these left. We did order more. So if you come in and they're not here, do not fret, because they're already on their way here. Whereas, unfortunately, with Funko, they only make them twice a year now, or they only ship them out twice a year now.
And these actually stack with the Funko hard stacks.
Yes, so if you already have Pops that are in Funko Pop stacks, you can still stack them on top of each other. There's enough of a lip that you'll be able to put them...
Like, these were clearly built to be their version of Funko stacks.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
Which is really cool.
But it's genius, too, because...
I love the wrappers on the outside. They're so cool.
Oh, yeah. It's cute. It's clever. It's definitely clever.
It's definitely... But these are definitely... I mean, hopefully this will be a trend to what the stacks will start to look like moving forward.
So, if you have been waiting for stacks, we have these right now. Again, there's not a whole lot left. We will be getting more in, though, soon, because they're coming from Entertainment Earth. We won't have to wait for Funko to ship them, since they're only doing that twice a year now.
So let's talk about one last thing.
Okay.
Pop-A-Palooza's coming. We're getting close now. Announcements will be coming in a few weeks. So everybody kind of watch out for that.
Yep.
It's a good chance. Come out. It'll be great right before the kids go back to school.
Mm-hmm.
One last kind of Funko party.
Mm-hmm.
So...
That's August 18th. August 18th at Teamsters. Same place as it has been. Lone Wolf Grill will be the food truck. And yeah.
Toys for Tots starts.
Toys for Tots starts. So follow us on Facebook. You can follow the page on Facebook for Pop-A-Palooza, Pop-A-Palooza 5. if that's where all the updates will be as far as table sales, VIP ticket sales. A lot of people actually came up to us at Toyhio asking if we were selling VIP tickets already, which was really exciting. But we have not started yet. So that information though will be on the event page. That's a permanent page. We will update it every time we book the next Pop-A-Palooza. So that will be the page to follow if you have not started to follow it yet. That will have the updates on it. So that's all we have this week. Because of SDCC, Funko kind of slows down their shipments a little bit, so we'll have to see. I'm not too sure what we'll have for next week, but I'm sure we'll have a lot of things to talk about. We hope you guys have a great week, and thanks for tuning in.
See you guys next week.
Bye.